in this line, she swears the stage is God's left hand. I, s-
Yeah, yeah,
I
that comes
wish
up
I
a
could
couple of
tell
times.
you what I think that means, but man, that
I think
sounds
that's
so.
her salvation. No, not a salvation, but that's her focus when she after she quit the heroin.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So
I'm
yeah,
guessing that.
you might be right on that, but I mean, to be talent.
Which
But let me
is a
say this,
great thing, you
and I'm not
know.
trying to be funny here. I'm trying like to be talented enough to write a line like that's just beautiful. It's golden, you know. It's just she swears the stage is God's left hand.
Hey, welcome back to Into the Music. Tonight's a very special night. We're doing something for the first time. So, Gregory, tell us all about what we've got for our fans.
I'll do that, Christopher. Thank you. So tonight we are doing our first, uh, I guess, paid reaction. I don't know
Yeah,
how else
yeah,
to say it. You know, it's got to be a
yeah.
better word than paid. But we're, yeah.
We're
So we're really
prostituting
excited.
ourselves.
Yeah,
We're musically prostituting ourselves.
right. I
And
guess.
I'm fine with that, man. Apparently you are too.
So this is yeah, prostituting's fine, I guess, right?
Yes.
Guilt, yeah. So we'll
So
see
who
how
can you
it
say
goes.
can you say who
Yes, I
requested?
checked with him and he said it was okay to say his name. So this is from Mike Poole, and he's requesting that we react to the song Lorraine by the James Carroll
Lorraine.
Band.
Lorraine. Okay, right.
Lorraine by the
Right.
James Carroll Band.
Right.
So I'm gonna actually take this one.
Yes. Although I have only heard it for the first time in preparation for this. So it's new to both of us, so it's doubly cool.
I know how you like to just spill out and just talk about the song right away. You just can't help yourself. So just
I can
hold on to
hardly
the other side.
like
All right, let me go. I'll come
but
right
I am
back.
a master of restraint.
Good.
So I hide it.
All right.
7 blonde women, they gather in the square. They raise their hands up to the sun. Their skin is so thin and white. You know their fathers must surely be wealthy. I watch you had to stand around and form a crucifix of circling vapor. Some stray birds rise. And one in the end, a fine one in the end. She called me over, she pulled me aside. She said, you know, I have to make it all look different. It seems that every time I lay down on it, and it's like a snake in water. And when I look out of it, then it's like the one from last week was breathing again. And she said that she had some white light. You know, she said that she had some morphine. But she didn't have no gimmicks. So she just took this razor and she laid it on a white vein. And then she took a black orchid and she just ripped apart that flower. And then she took the white light, then she said, hey, later for the morphine. She took the razor and slit open her white vein. She slit open her white vein. She put the flower through the slit vein. She poured the white light through the red stem. She put the white light through the red stem. She just poured it through the red stem. Then I was talking with my angel. I was talking with my angel then. I was underneath the staircase. I was talking with my angel. He said that beauty is only terror. You know, and terror is just beginning. I thought I heard some footsteps.
I'm gonna bring that back. That beginning part, that just slow build up. That was incredible. That really was. It was. It just had me anticipating every single next second, everything that he was saying. It read like a poem. So, all right, let's go back to that transition.
She took the razor and slit open her white vein. She slit open her white vein. She put the flower through the slit vein. She poured the white light through the red stamp. She put the white light through the red stamp. She just parted through the red stamp. Then I was talking with my angel. I was talking with my angel then. I was underneath the staircase. I was talking with my angel. He said that beauty is only terror. You know, when terror is just beginning. I thought I heard some footsteps. You know, Lorraine, she was coming. But she's been feeling real sick lately. She's been kicking down her habit. Well, I went around to see her. I had an angel in my pocket. She had jewels between her fingers. And there was blood across loose carpet. I know that she's feeling better. I saw her walking down to the market. She went down the sharp black hole. She wants to die just to save her soul. But she wants to live, she wants to start her band. She swears the stage is God's left hand. I'm waiting to sell her now. Please meet my dark apartment. I have the angel on my shoulder. You know, his wings, they were kind of shattered. He plays with broken mirrors. He said that he just saw Sally, and that Sally was with Lorraine, and they were playing in the alley. So I went around to see them. Oh, they were doing it together. And there was a little blood along the concrete. Oh no, they were feeling better. They got straight, they understand. They don't wanna die, but now they got plans. They wanna live, they wanna start their band. They swear the stage is God's left hand.
Gonna bring it back a little bit to when that guitar part, the solo started. That was excellent.
Doing it together. And there was a little blood along the concrete. Oh no, they were feeling better. They got straight, they understand. They don't wanna die, but now they got plans. They wanna live, they wanna start their band. They swear the stage is God's left hand. I'm waiting in the lobby now. I said the angel, he dropped his mirror. But he still insists that beauty is just one part of terror. There's a painting on the ceiling of a dog, it eyes like rubies. And then the angel just remembered that Lorraine is at the movies. So I found her in the back aisle. There was blood across the next seat. And when she reached out to touch me, I thought that was so sweet. So I stuck her with my finger. It was like a knife through leather. She had a song along her eyelids. I know she was feeling better. She got straight, she understands. She wanna die because she got plans.
Okay, so consider me a. I guess I can't say I'm a Jim Carroll fan because I only know two songs, but this and all the people who died. I'm sold on taking the Jim Carroll journey, checking out what else is out there. This song was just really really good. Um, didn't choose a lyric video. Sometimes I don't trust them. You know, some of them have words that like they're not the right words. So I didn't realize this was going to be like really poetic. I mean, this is just like the cadence and everything. Everything was just like really free flowing. So it was kind of hard to pick all the lyrics up. I'm gonna pull up Genius lyrics in between now and get back to Chris. So we'll have them up and we can look at a closer look at what Jim was singing. But just really, really good listen, man. That was really good. Good recommendation. All right, cool. Let's go back to Chris. Okay, I am back.
All right. The Jim
All right,
Carroll Band.
yeah, Jim Caliban. So I knew I was like, should I say it on the other side? I said it for this one, but I know Jim Carroll only for that song, "All the People Who Died."
Mhm.
Um, that is a great song. The only song that I knew from him, and um,
I
and
would
so
say that's pretty common for that to be the only, you
yeah,
know, one that people know unless they really dive into it.
great song. And so
Absolutely.
this one was a really good first listen. Um, what what I guess I didn't get from that "All the People Who Died" song is like how much of a poet that he actually is, or
Well,
like
did you
in
know
this
that
song.
he was a poet before he did music?
Well, what happened was I told everyone that I would be pulling up the lyrics on Genius before I got back on with you, and I also kind of then said, "Oh, let me just go to Wiki really quick," and so just discovered a couple things about him too, which is really interesting, which you probably know. So you wanted me to stop and tell me what
So I did
you
all that
kind of know?
research for
Yeah,
nothing.
go ahead, man. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying he was a poet
Oh.
before this, and
Yeah.
um, he also he pretty highly acclaimed poet too.
Yeah.
And he's also was also known for his he wrote some memoirs, and he wrote a novel that was posthumously published. I don't know what kind of reviews he got on that, but I don't know if you remember remember the movie The Basketball
Oh,
Diaries.
absolutely. I got it right down
Yeah,
here.
so
Yeah.
that was that was one of his autobiographical
I think
pieces
that was
that movie was
I
based on, which was also called The Basketball Diaries.
if I'm not mistaken, I think that might have been Leonard DiCaprio's first film.
Leonard.
Um, Leonardo. I know.
Okay, I guess we're Americanizing it. Well, you know that guy, Leonard da Vinci. Lenny da
I don't
Vinci.
know what my mouth and my head, like Joe Pesky from SA. Hey, man. Leonardo. So anyway, so yeah,
Mr.
so
DiCaprio.
Mr. DiCaprio.
Yes,
So
he was
that
in that.
film,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I remember seeing the film, and that was an um, biographical novel, from what I understand, that that James Carroll he was addicted to heroin.
Yes. And it
So
looks like to so this song, you said you looked at the
this,
lyrics.
yeah,
You think it
this
looks like to me it's about heroin
it's
addiction,
about heroin
kicking the
addiction.
habit actually.
Yeah,
First about doing it, then kicking it.
yeah,
Now because the introductory poetry piece, the
mm.
spoken, where the music slowly started to build up,
Oh yeah,
but it was basically a spoken piece part, and I was reading about the girls in the park who were looks like they were shooting up some heroin, right?
yeah,
And but when she said something looked like a river or something, or snake something, I'm thinking
right,
she's looking at her arm and looking at her veins. I'm not sure, but yeah. Now
yeah.
I'm wondering, They
Oh,
mentioned
wait,
White
wait,
Heat, right?
wait, wait, just 1 second. She said, I have to make it all look different. It seems that every time I lay down on it, and it's like a snake in water, and when I look out of it, it's like the one from last week was breathing again. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a mix of things.
it actually looks like a mix of things. Yeah.
Because he's a poet, he's gonna, this is, something. There's a parallel here between him and Leonard Cohen. They both started out as poets. They're both on like multi-level meanings
Yeah.
for their lyrics. So this isn't just. It's a little tougher to interpret this than say like an AC/DC song.
Yes, I
You
know.
know.
Well, that's why we haven't done
Really,
AC/DC
I
yet.
can't really interpret this all that well, to be
That's why
honest.
we haven't done AC/DC yet, because that's just too challenging, just the lyrics, and now we just pissed off a bunch of AC/DC fans out there. But that said, um, I'm gonna throw out a name, and you do trust me, right? You do think that I am of great honor, right?
Yeah, about 90%.
I'm the other 10%, and you have to worry about me lying. Yeah.
That's pretty good. These days, my opinion of the human race is like that's a pretty high percentage.
So if I was to tell you that I wrote down notes during the song and wrote down someone's name that I compared him to, and then found out when I pulled up the wiki thing that that person's name was dropped in the wiki, but it was after I wrote the name down, would you believe me?
Iggy Pop?
No, Patti Smith.
Hey, then you looked up some autobiographical stuff. Not biographical stuff of his.
Well, I did the James Caliban, the wiki. Yeah.
Yes, but you first, when you heard it, it reminded you of Patti Smith.
Yes, the way his cadence was, absolutely.
Oh, okay. So did
Yeah.
you see about Pat? Did you read anything about Patti Smith when you looked
Yeah.
up?
So what happened is just when I went into wiki, right? So it described how he was a poet. Then he was a novelist, right? He wrote the
Yes.
Basketball Diaries, right? The whole thing. You just
Right.
the whole thing, not to repeat. But then he went into music, got like a bunch of musicians together, kind of got into like sort of punk rock sort of sound.
Mhm.
It was Patti Smith who, through a friendship, or they kind of discovered each other, or she discovered him, and she really sort of championed his
Yeah.
career
she
into
shared that.
music. Yeah.
Yeah. So you picked that out before you even
I
knew.
swear to you, I wrote it down and I was like,
That's cool.
reminds me of Patti Smith.
That's
Yeah.
a good catch there.
And well, if you were, I know it was only like a one.
I don't really
for
know
you.
Patti Smith other than that Bruce Springsteen song she covered, and another cover of that Bob Dylan song. So I don't really know Patti
Yeah.
Smith stuff per se.
Yeah, yeah. I know I've got some on my iPod, and I downloaded it some years ago, and got to be in a mood for that. It is. It's like free flowing,
See,
just
now I'm kind of
poetry.
curious. Now I'm curious because I only know those two covers that she did. So her stuff. So from what you're telling me, it's a hell of a lot different than those two songs that I know. So
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it really is interesting.
I guess I'll have to check your stuff out. But something I was just thinking. Apparently, for Jim Carroll to go into doing music, it was just the right time, because I think his voice sounds really good when he's singing, but that style of singing, it's kind of like somewhere between talking and singing. But if he came out at another period where that wasn't a musical thing,
oh yeah,
it might have been tough for him to break into the music doing it himself.
Well, there were oh, absolutely, and there were groundbreakers. I guess in the '60s and into the '70s too. That sort of allowed him, like you said, that kind of it sort of fit within that time.
Kind of thing where you could just you didn't have to have a great trained voice or anything, or
right,
really,
but not every punk rocker was kind of singing like him or like vocalizing like him. It was like a poetry and kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I might make you, maybe not, but I might make you go like this if I say Bruce Springsteen. Just in the way his songs, his music, the way he would like almost do like a poem. Just read poetry to the music.
It's funny you mentioned Bruce Springsteen because he's the writer of like that song, the song "Because the Night," right? which is the Patti Smith.
Yeah, that's
Um,
right.
but
Wow.
but you know what's interesting about the earlier Bruce Springsteen stuff is that you see that he took a poem and built it into a song. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some parts
Yeah,
that, and I'm not knocking it
yeah,
because I really like Bruce Springsteen a lot. That sort of the little tiny bit awkward trying to fit it together. It works,
yeah,
but you can see that he wasn't that was the primary thing with the words, the lyrics,
yeah, yeah.
or as a poem, let's say. And then later on, it was more like the two. Almost maybe he wrote them together, the lyrics and the music, with songs later on.
Yeah, right. He did that
And
kind of
sometimes
switch
he
thing.
go into a
Yeah,
long line,
yeah.
and he's cramming those words in. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but
No,
again, it worked. But anyway, back unless you want to go further with that, I should rein it back in.
we should rein it back into. Yeah, yeah. We'll do Bruce
I know it's
Springsteen another
hard to
time.
believe that I'm the one trying to rein it in for once.
So, just some of the lines that I was picking up when he was singing, like uh, angel. I had an angel in my pocket. Then and then later on, the angel was on his shoulder, and then the angel's wings were shattered. So just kept on bringing up the angel at different parts, which
Yeah,
I
and
was really
about
interested.
a broken mirror and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and then this line, she swears the stage is God's left hand. I s-
Yeah,
I
that comes
wish
up
I
a
could
couple of
tell
times.
you what I think that means, but man, that
I think
sounds
that's
so.
her salvation. No, not a salvation, but that's her focus when after she quit the heroin.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So
I'm
yeah,
guessing that.
you might be right on that, but I mean, to be talent.
Which
But let me
is a
say
great
this,
thing,
and I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm trying like to be talented enough to write a line like that's just beautiful. It's golden, It's just she swears the stage is God's left hand.
Well,
Um,
which one sits at God's left hand? The Father or the Son, the Holy Ghost or Jesus?
I should know this, right?
I'm just
As a
curious. You say you say yeah, I would think that's pretty fundamental to the whole belief system, dude. Um, you might want to edit that out.
yeah,
Is your local priest? Does he watch our videos?
yeah.
You're, you're
I
gonna
hope
be
not.
like, they're gonna be like, Greg, we've signed you up for Sunday school all over again. You'll
Yeah,
be there
he
for
actually
about
does, and
5 years old.
he does, and he really loves that Roxy music song about the blow up doll. Yeah, that was his favorite one. Yeah, he told me.
Well, he is a priest. He could be doing worse.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so and then there was this line here about well, there was mention of blood at different parts of the
Oh,
song. The blood, the blood, the blood.
when I was first looking at the listening along and reading the lyrics, I was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm like in the mood for this. About the razor and stuff, and she laid it on a white vein and all this.
Right. Was the
Like,
razor when
and I was just like, I was almost feeling despair, only because of the imagery. And then
yeah.
the music really kicked in, and I was cool with it.
Well, there was, and it might have been mention of the razor, but there was a line where I wrote knife through leather. So basically, like there was a part where he was describing like either the needle or a knife going in into skin or something like that, and it was like knife through leather, and you can just if you would take a knife and
Looking
like just
for it
cut
now.
it through the leather couch or whatever like that, you would hear that noise. You would hear like some sort of sound, and it just again that stuck with me as he was
Yeah,
just
so I stuck her with my finger. It was like a knife through leather. She had
yeah
a song along her eyelid. That I have no idea what that means, but
no, but again
he's onto something.
that he's onto
It,
something. It's heavy. It's I mean, I guess it's just dripping with imagery, right? I mean, you could just go with those heavy
oh
lines.
yeah, this is very vivid.
Yeah, vivid, absolutely. So this was really good. And Chris, man, oh, and Mike Poole, man, thanks again. Great request. And all right, so Chris, you have a good night. And to everyone out there, hope you really enjoyed it. And if you did, hit the like button. And if you haven't yet subscribed, that'd be pretty cool. Subscribe. Going up, up, up. And with that said, we'll see everyone on the next episode of Into the Music.